Welcome to Late to the Show. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today, an Origin system just arrived today. I have not touched it. I have not messed with it yet. I want to see the details on it. I want to open it up right in front of you guys, and you guys let me know what you guys think. If you guys like what you see, subscribe to Late to the Show, and let's open it up. So, just arrived in the mail. I just cut it open pretty much. Let's see what you get in here. Now, this is a great gaming system. I have one, and on top of this is a new model. It's a faster chip, a better video card than my last one. So we're gonna take a look at it and why I highly recommend you. Now, Origin is pretty good. When you go to the website, you could pretty much manage everything that's in there, and you could add whatever freaking you want. You can even include headsets included and extra mouse. Not only that, you could modify your mouse that you want. I mean, they have all sorts of mouse in there. Also headsets too, and extra memory. It's very simple. It reminds me of the old Falcon systems that you used to do, or the old Alienwares, how they used to be before Dell used to bottom off. So let's open it up. You get pretty much a nice little logo right here, a little duffel bag for your laptop. It's nice and neat, you know, carry around. They give you a shirt, an Origin shirt. Now, if you guys want it, I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you guess it right, I'll let you have the system. How many megahertz is this computer? It's 3 point what? The first one that gets it right, I will send you this shirt. It's an Origin shirt. If you guys want it, you guys can have it. But first of all, you gotta guess how many megahertz. 3 point what? Or it could be higher than 3 point what. It could be 4, whatever. You tell me what you guess. On the next video, I'm gonna do a benchmark on this, and I'm gonna post it up, and I'm gonna post up the winner. So the winner's gonna get this shirt. So whoever guesses right, the first one that gets how many megahertz does this machine have, will get the shirt. So let's move along. Now you get the big old brick power cord. It's not that bad compared to a Dell one. Dells are pretty high end, pretty heavy duty too. It's like a half a pound, you know, somewhere around the facility. Now you get a poster too on top of it. It's a pretty neat little poster, Origin poster. It's a gaming system. Can you tell? It's a nice little poster. So I'm gonna leave the poster in here. On top of that, they give you what is this? A manual for your computer and paperwork and setups and how many megahertz and what does it use and all sorts of goodies. So I have the information here. I'm not gonna actually describe or give you the information of what to do, but they also give you a free game. I'm not gonna even show you the game that they give you. And they give you a redeem license in there, so you could get it. It's not that bad. So they give you a little envelope. It's really neat. They didn't have this on the last one. So let's move along. Let's get one more box out of here. So they come in little packages. I freaking love how they set up everything. Love it. Now, every time they give you this system, they give you all their OS and everything's installed on the USB. This is a great little USB. You could format this one and use it to pretty much whatever you want, but highly recommend you keep it as a USB. They give you all the drivers. They give you the drivers for everything, and they also give you a memory card slot for the memory card in case you lose the original one. So it's not bad. I mean, it's not a memory card. It's just a slot to cover for dust protection. They also give you extra screws, and they give you a little napkin or a little blanket, to clean the freaking glass off the monitor, off the gland, off the system. So let's keep moving. Let's move this whole box. Let's go to the main part of this system here. This is what I was waiting for. So let's open it up here. This is it, coming apart, and we can get rid of the box. We're gonna put the system here right in front of you guys. See how thin it is. It's really thin. I'm very impressed with it. So I'm gonna remove all this stuff out of it. It's pretty heavy. It's all aluminum base. Aluminum in the back, aluminum in the front. Windows Pro, original, origin. It tells you the manufacturer, what's included. Plenty of heat vents right here for the heat for the video card itself. It's very thin, very slim. Monitor is around, it's pretty decent, pretty like 15 inch video camera. I love about the keyboards, how they do the keyboards now. They highlight the main keyboards, W, A, S, D. These are highlighted. I guess we're gonna crank it up right now and see. I'm gonna talk about the side of the computer. The side of the computer. I'm going to put a picture in a close-up of it so you guys can see better. The side of the computer, there's two USB 3.0 and they have an HDMI and two display ports, so you could plug it in. So you have two display ports plus the HDMI. You could pretty much have 4 monitors, 3 displays and the monitor in here. Now on the other side, they give you a slot for the SIM card that I was just talking about, the SD card, another extra connection, a USB 3.0, and they have the actual connection here for a Cat 5 category. And actually, it's so slim that they have to have this little latch here. It's pretty neat, pretty decent. They have the audio input, the mic, and they have a lock area so you can lock your computer. In front of it, you don't see anything other than the lights, LED lights for the volume, airplane mode, power, and battery. And in the back of it, there is nothing but vents. That's pretty much what's covering the whole thing. We're gonna crank this sucker up right now. I'm not gonna do a benchmark on this video, but on the next one, it's gonna happen. Now, they removed the power button that used to be on this side. It was horrible how they had it because I was always turning it off and on by accident. Now they actually include it right in the center, so you could turn it on here. Of course, all the lights turn on different colors now. You know, they have nice little LED lights. Even the mouse pad actually glows now when you turn it on. So this is the first time I'm turning it on. Really neat. And the lighting itself, it's really neat. I love the lighting. I mean, the rainbow bright, the colors are changing. The mouse is really neat. I mean, you can't click on the mouse. There's 2 buttons on the bottom, but you could actually double click on the mouse by touching it. It's just like a Mac. So let's compare it to a MacBook Pro. This is a MacBook Pro and this is the Origin. So Mac Pro wise, the monitor is a little bit about equal size, to be honest with you. MacBook is smaller, slimmer by maybe half an inch, not even half an inch, 1/4 of it right here, and actually 1 inch in the side of it. So the MacBook is a little bit slimmer, smaller compared to this one. This one because it has a video card that's pretty powerful right now. So it's gonna go on my next review so you guys can see what kind of video cards in here, how much memory is included, and a benchmark on it. This Origin machine, I highly recommend it. One of the best systems out there that I've been purchasing, and everybody that I purchased it for, love it. They freaking love the machine. It does everything it wants to. What I'm normally buying them for is for 3-dimensional, for BIM development, for construction, any kind of engineer fields out there that are going to use 3-dimensional fields, that they highly recommend you using this kind of computer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the machine in here and see how difficult it is to actually unlock and take the bolts out and see if it's upgradable. That's what I like to do first before I look into machines, because the last Origin is very difficult to get any memory up there. You basically have to order it online. If you didn't come with the right memory, you're pretty much screwed, and you get what you get. In this case, I want to be able to upgrade my own memory, so if it's possible, or maybe exchange the hard drive. We're going to take a look at it and open it up right now. Now, before we're going to commence right now, there's a couple of screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws that you have to remove, and there is a 7th and 8th one on the back that they're hidden, so you got to be careful what you do. So I'm going to remove the screws first of all. On the last one, on the last Origin, you were not able to take out the last ones because they were pretty much there permanent, and then all they do was to attach itself. So we're gonna see how difficult it is to open this up, and I'm gonna open it up in front of you guys and see if it's worth buying something like this, if it's upgradable. then it is. But if it's not, then you're gonna have to order the stuff that you want there and then, because then you cannot make any changes to it, because once you place an order, they're pretty much locked down. On the last Origin I had, like I said, it was very difficult to upgrade. You couldn't remove it without removing the actual motherboard first. So if you have 8 gigs and you want 16, you're screwed. You're pretty much screwed. You want a hard drive, you're pretty much screwed. So we're gonna open this one up in front of you. I'm actually gonna remove, there's 2 more screws in the center. They say they're for the keyboard. They're attaching on the keyboard, and maybe that's one way you actually pick up the keyboard now. Before you didn't have this option where you had to pick up the keyboard. Maybe that's where the memory had to be upgraded. On the last one, we didn't have that option. So we're gonna take a look at it and see if I'm missing another screw here. Now, to detach it, it's a little difficult. You actually have to open it up, and once you open it up, you have to grab some of the edges out. It's really down the line in the back of it. That's where you have to, and try not to pull too hard, because there's little latches in there. You got to make sure they don't break. So you don't want to void your warranty. Before you do anything, please check with your consult with your manual. Don't listen to me. Look at your manual. Look at the online, because you might void your warranty. Now here, I'm just gonna open it up and close it back and let you guys see the inside of it. And I want to know if another screw is probably holding it, but it seems like it's not. Seems like this is it pretty much. Yep, there we go. So it's just a matter of just, you know, going through the edges, but starting the back, and it came off. So the back is off. Now we're gonna talk about the inside of it here. So the battery, it's just located on this section here. You have the SSD 2.0 right here, 0.2, whatever it is. You got the memory. Now this is much better than before. You have the memory right here and then. So you have this hard drive here, this SSD, and then you have an additional hard drive here, a SATA drive here. Of course, this is moving components. This is just the memory-based hard drive. And then you got the fan here cooling off pretty much everything with the, this is pretty much you see the radiator goes all around, and there's another radiator coming up here that goes into the CPU, and then the video card somewhere in there. Now it tells you there's 3 fans in this one. This is a lot better than before. I mean, it's slimmer, it's slimmed down, but it looks well made. I love the way it works. It looks like, and it's all made in America now, so a lot of components probably are not. It's just built in America pretty much. And it's based out of the East Coast. When you order the stuff, somebody puts it together on your liking, on what you order, on what you want. And like I said, memory, it's right here. It's accessible now. It's perfectly. There's the WAM card, of course, the wireless card. It's built in here. It shows you all the connections in here, of course. The hard drive, the SSD drive, the battery. This is the largest large battery. It's pretty thick, and of course, these are replaceable too. After a couple of years, you know, they start draining out. You're going to be able to replace this. It's very simple. All you have to do is disconnect this part, unscrew a couple of screws, take it apart. There's paste in the back of it. You remove it and you put in. That's pretty much set and forget. Now on this system, there is another SIM card for if you want to be able to travel and have internet. You could buy a SIM card, a phone card, and set it up here for your data. So it has that built in here. It's pretty neat little feature that they have. There's a lot of little features that I like about it. I highly recommend it. And if you guys take a look at it, it's really neat. Everything's well built in there. It's one piece, simple. Everything came off apart. And like you see, all the screws are well made where they have to be established and connected. So this is a well-made machine. Aluminum. This is all aluminum. The base is aluminum. So great machine. I mean, highly recommend it. It's a 1070, of course. They have a higher end version of but it's much thicker than this one. So if you guys like what you see, please subscribe. Too late to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74, out.